Hello, my dears, and welcome to my channel. As always, I am very happy and grateful that you've chose to spend your time with me and supporting my channel. Really easy. Like the video, leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed already, that would be great. And click on the notification bell of when you'd like to be notified of when I drop another video. And I hope that you're all doing well. But if not, I do hope things will get better for you soon. But if you want to forget about things for just a little while, join me in meeting Tarot of Haunted House. And this was created by Sasha, illustrated by Mirco Pierfederici, published by Lo Scarabeo, and released March of 2021, and at that time it retailed for $23.95. Sasha has some other decks if you want to check them out: Darkwood Tarot, Tarot of the Witch's Garden, Tarot Vintage, and Tarot Original 1909. The box is a flip box, and it is 4.75 height across, is 2.75, and the width is an inch. And even though it is a flip top box, it still has the title on the top. I'm really excited. And it has it on the sides as well, so you can stack it any way you want to. And yes, this is not how you will receive the deck, but as you can see, it's a little worn, but that's okay, it's still good. But flip top boxes, they don't age very well, so they will take some damage. And there is a guidebook, and we will explore that after we see the cards. And the cards themselves are a little smaller than your regular tarot card, and dimensions are 5.5 or 4.5 height, 2.5 across, and the deck width is 3/4 of an inch. And reversals will not be revealed. Okay, so in my tarot videos, I do a side-by-side comparison with a Rider-Waite deck. And if you're interested, I am using the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, and it's published by US Game Systems. You can check it out at US Game Systems, see if they have it in stock. If they don't, I'm sure Amazon will, because Amazon carries everything. And the theme of the deck is, this is a narrative deck that introduces you to Raven Wandsworth, who is the protagonist, who finds herself in a mysterious haunted house. And I wanted to read a little bit so you can get a little bit of the setting. So, to enter the deck, you may read these words aloud. Your heart pumps like an engine. Every cell of your body is alive and alert. Your hair flies wildly in the salty sea wind. The limousine's tail lights glow red like demons' eyes, growing smaller as they drive away, leaving the blackness to envelop you like a cloak. You look toward the hulking mansion. The windows reflect consciousness, as if the inner sanctum of the house is humming with sentient power. You smile, daring the house to make the first move. The ocean scent is as overwhelming as the crashing waves repeated, thundering against the worn sand. Earthy moss creeps up across the walls. The whipping wind gusts are fresh and alive, especially compared to the stale airplane air you have just endured. The distant pines whistle while the taste of excitement spreads across your velvet tongue. Your eyes trace the house, its expansive roof, curling gables, and hundreds of windows glow brighter. The door opens. Won't you come in? The fire is crackling. The brandy is decanting. This isn't any old house. Oh no. This is the house of your wildest dreams and your deepest nightmares. The house calls to you because you've always displayed uncanny gifts. You've always known how to walk a fine line between opposing emotions. Somehow you manage to meet them in the middle. You navigate the space between eroticism and fear. You understand both lead to goosebumps and shivers. You use them for all they are worth. Fear and romance both leave you breathless. It wakes you up from the inside and puts you on alert. You've never been more alive than you are at this very moment. This is why the house calls to you now. A darkness is coming. The haunted house's inhabitants hold the key. They are the last gasp of hope for keeping civilization together. Raven Wandsworth has been summoned to this mansion on the cliffs overlooking a moonlit ocean. The house is not empty. Forgotten archetypes gather inside its walls. Journey with Raven as she meets them, one card at a time. Will Raven see the house and the archetypes for who they really are? Can she remind them of their power before it's too late? Will she gather the fool's power for herself? And most importantly, will she discover the greatest secret of all? Will she realize that she, like you, are the sign you've been looking for? Will you and Raven finally uncover the world's best kept secret? That you have had the key all along. Excuse me. And that is the opening. And the world is mysterious. You are the star of your narrative, the heroine in the novel. Cast your cards and choose wisely. And remember always, remember, you hold the power. You are the key. So that is the setting. Sorry about the cough, but all right. So the major arcana in this deck is just numbers. It doesn't have title. And I will read off the characters and any kind of setting that is in the cards. So we will start with the major arcana. We have the Fool, which is Raven Wandsworth. She is the protagonist of the deck. Next, we meet the Butler, who holds the key, and he is the Magician. The High Priestess is the Eternal Witch. The Empress is the Lady of the House. The Emperor is the Man of the House. The Hierophant is the local priest. The Lovers are the enraptured couple. And I think that's Raven in the background. Don't quote me on that, though. Then we meet the Chariot, and a strange chauffeur opens the door. We have Strength as Raven gazes in the mirror. The Hermit is the groundskeeper. And I believe Raven is in the background as well. And we have the Wheel, which is the secret in the basement. Justice is the head maid. The Hangman is Old Skeleton in the wall. I do believe that's an Edgar Allan Poe story, if I'm not mistaken. And Death is the Angel of Death strikes. And Temperance is Raven and the bartender. The devil is Raven's shadow self. The tower, the lightning strikes the house with frightening force. The star is Raven's catharsis. The moon is Raven's journey home. The sun is Raven's glory. Judgment is Raven's evolution. And the world, Raven owns the house. Okay, so that is the major arcana. Next, we have the cups. And the cups represents the inspiration of angels. At the bottom of the cards, we have a number, and then we have the symbol, which is cup or chalice, whichever you prefer. And I'm not going to go through the scenes of the minor arcana. And I'm just going to do the flip through and comparison so you can see the deck some more. And I do believe these are just people and scenes that Raven is exposed to while she's at the Haunted Mansion. It's cool how they have this card in the background. Then we get into the court cards. The pages have this helmet. It's like a Greek helmet, I want to say. And then they have the suit. The knights have the horse as their symbol along with the suit symbol. And the court cards are whatever the suit is. So this was the inspiration of angels, so the court cards are all angels. Then you have a queen crown for the queens. Then you have a king crown for the king. Okay. Next we have the pentacles, which is the legacy of witches. also have another card that has the Rider-Waite in it. Okay, Pentacles. Next, we have the Wands and the Passion of Vampire suit. And we have I do believe that is a scepter, if I'm not mistaken, that represents the wands. That honestly does not look very celebratory. Like this over here, that's kind of scary right there. It looks like sacrifice. I would not really want to go to that. Okay, and last we have the Swords, which is the suit of the Pondering of Demons. And at the bottom we have a number and a sword. That's not very restful. Trying to get a hold of it. that is the deck. Okay. That's a pretty interesting deck. You could tell stories with it if you are a writer. Okay, so the cardstock is really thin, but it is flexi bendy. But yeah, I don't think it would tear or anything like that. It's just on the thin side. It's good. It would be good for shuffling. Okay, so the guidebook, Lo Scarabeo, I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if I butchered. They always have more than one language, and their guidebooks are always very compact and short and sweet. So we have the index, and we have English, Italiano, Espanol, French, and Portuguese. And I'm not sure what this spread is because it's not really this. And this is just the little story that I read to you. I do apologize for coughing, but my throat. And so we go into just a little bit of background on the deck and what it's about. Then we go on to how to read the cards, and we go into our first spread right here, and then we go into the major arcana, and I just took what they wrote. The first line is the card itself and the illustration, and then you get a little bit of a meaning and some keywords, and there's no reversal meanings in this deck, but it seems like it pretty much follows the Rider-Waite deck, so you can probably just use the reversals out of that one if you have a guidebook. So then we go into the cups, and like I said, the inspiration of angels, and we have the title and basically what the card's essence is. Like the Ace of Cups is the opening, and then goes into a little bit of the meaning and keywords. So like I said, very short and sweet. Their guidebooks, I wish they did more with their guidebooks, I really do, but it is what it is. At least they gave us one, so I'm happy about that. And then we go into the next language, and that's pretty much it. Yep. And then the last page is basically little copyright and everything about that. Alright, so shuffling should not be an issue with this deck because of the cardstock, very bendy flexi. You should have no problems shuffling, unless you have physical limitations with your hands. But you can do the rifle shuffle, you can do the overhand, you can do, I don't know about the side shuffle, even though they're very flexi bendy. I don't know, because I wouldn't recommend them unless they're wider, and you can cut them, and there's no right or wrong way to shuffle. I don't care what anybody says. You do it how you want to, or how you can. Okay, and then you can do a fan, spread it out. These will make very smooth fans, or you can just like put them on the table and kind of spread them out and pick them one by one by that. So there's all kinds of ways you can shuffle. All right, let's see what wants to come forward and give us a message. Seven of Cups. And I tried really hard to get this more focused in, but I do apologize if it looks blurry or the illustration is not very well defined, but I tried with my camera, and I really did. Okay, so 7 of Cups. The visions. Possibility always exists, yet what will you focus on and turn into reality? Dreams, choices, fantasy, selection, ideas. And that is pretty much it. Anybody focusing on a project? I know sometimes it's really hard to keep your focus on working and projects and stuff you're trying to focus on, but that is all I have for this deck, and I will be continuing my October, I guess, themed decks. But if you made it to the end, thank you so much, and thank you for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me with another video. And if you have any thoughts on this deck, if you have it, let me know how it's working out for you, or if you went and got it, let me know. If my video helped. I'm always interested to know if I've helped anybody make a decision and discover a new deck, because there are so many out there. It is overwhelming nowadays. It's like you think you got a good deck and then another one comes up and you're like, oh, I like that one too. But until next time, take care and goodbye, my dears.